Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's GlamCam and I'm here to show you this hair tutorial video of how I got this super sleek, super cute, classy, but chic top knot bun with the side bang. You feel me? You feel me? Completely natural type 4B hair. I slicked it up. I did it all myself, and this is actually my first time ever doing a style like this. Yeah, there are some aspects to this style that I've never done before. So you guys will see my beginner process. So it will be beginner friendly. And I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I'll give you all the details of all the products I used in the description and throughout the video. And I'm going to give you a step-by-step voiceover tutorial. So if you're interested in trying to get this cute little top knot bun for a special event, occasion, or what have you, then keep watching. So I'm starting off with the hair that I started with. This is about 2 weeks, no wash. And here I'm doing a little length check. I'm gonna get a better length check once the hair is straightened, but just showing y'all the state I started with when I decided to do this style. Pretty dry, dirty, tangled, all that stuff. So I'm gonna get it done. So I'm not actually going to record myself washing my hair this go round, but I will be using my Tonic Essentials Herbal Cleanser. It's a multi-purpose cleanser infused with organic herbs. It has a lovely eucalyptus scent, and it is so clarifying to the scalp without stripping your hair because it uses natural, gentle surfactants, and it's also really good on the skin and as a body wash as well. So I will be going in with my Tonic Essentials Herbal Cleanser in the shower. Actually, I won't be in the shower. I'll be using the kitchen sink because it'd be using too much water when you do it in the shower. So I'm just going to do it over the sink, and I'm going to go in with a little of TGIN's Miracle Repair Deep Hydrating Hair Mask as a conditioner. And then I will be back when this scalp is cleansed. So this is my hair after the wash. This is my natural state. The shrinkage is real, okay? So I'm just going to section my hair out into 4 sections to begin the detangling and sealing all of that wash day moisture in. I'm starting off with some coconut oil just to seal in the water that, I use to rinse my hair. Sealing the water in there because I have low porosity hair. And then I'm going to go in with this DIY little hair moisturizer. It's basically coconut milk, aloe vera juice, water, etc. Once I do that, I'm going to put in my herbal oil, my Tonic Essentials Herbal Oil, also for the hair, face, and body. And then I'm going to go in with the herbal butter from Tonic Essentials to seal in all of that moisture and to give it a nice protective but natural and soft layer that is compatible with the hair strands. And then I'm going to go in with my Easy Detangler brush to get a nice detangle in. And then I braid it up to keep it stretched and out of the way as I do the rest of the hair. Sorry, this video is moving faster than my mouth, but I'm going to go in, once I do the whole head, I'm going to go in with these 2, type of sealing hair seal things. I forget what it's called right now. But I'm using that to coat the hair to prep it for blow drying. And then I go in with my CONAIR blow dryer and my Easy Detangler brush. Any bristle brush or a large bristle brush would do, wig brush. The CONAIR, I would prefer you use like a, the little vent things that you put on the ends, but I couldn't find one that fits the blow dryer. So once I do the whole head, this is the last section. I just twist it up, keep it stretched, and keep it out of the way. This was actually all I did for day 1. I was exhausted after this, and I did not come back to finishing this style until 2 days later. But of course, if you have the endurance, continue on. So this is 2 days later. And I'm going in with just taking out the braids. I kept it in 2 cornrows to keep it stretched while I, rested. Here's a little length check. I usually like to do it against my tattoo, but I have a shirt on this time. So I have these 2 combs, one a bit wider to comb with and detangle with, and one a bit thinner. So I'm just going to go ahead again and section my hair off into the 4 sections. This is the blow drying section where I use that CANTU flat iron spray to protect my hair. I don't really recommend it, but it's what I had. And so I kind of just go by each section and I flat iron. I take the comb, make sure it's detangled, and then I go down one good time, probably at like 350, 375, not at 400. Try not to do it on the hottest setting, but a hot enough setting to tame down the natural hair. So I just went through each section. I tried to get this section just to show you the process, but I didn't want to spend too much time on unnecessary things. But this is very important. You definitely want to flat iron it, especially if you have natural hair, to get it nice and sleek. The roots are very hard to slick in a ponytail, so you want to have very flat roots. And so you see me focusing more on flattening the roots than the ends of my hair, because I want the roots to be very flat so that it's easy to slick the ponytail without it being lumpy or bumpy or anything like that. We want a nice sleek and flat bun. That means a sleek and flat ponytail, which means sleek and flat roots. That's a mouthful. But yeah, this is the whole head. The whole head is done, and I love it. I had not seen my hair like blown out like that in like months. It's grown from the previous cuts that I've had. And so now I'm getting into the ponytail. We're going to separate our hair into two sections. I did the middle across the head because this is a high ponytail, so we want to do the top and the back. So I start with the front, and guys, please bear with me. I did forget to separate out the bang. So you'll see me slicking my whole front of my head, and then you'll see me realize that I totally messed up, but that'll be farther down. So to prep my hair for the ponytail, I'm just going to use some more of my Tonic Essentials Herbal Butter to protect the hair from all of the products that I'm going to be using, to give it some good moisture before I do put all that gel and pomade and stuff on my hair. And then I'm going to comb it up into a ponytail and then hold it in place with a clip just so I can start slicking the roots. So I went in with a few products. I went in with the Edge Booster, the Gorilla Snot, and this BELLATIQUE Edge Pomade. It's really good. It's like very dense, and so I use it to seal all of the product in. And then I have this Sebastian Hair Shaper, and I bought this EBIN adhesive spray. I thought it would be a nice alternative to the Got to Be Glue, since I'm kind of running low on that. I wanted to try that out. So although I did mess up and did not comb out my front bang, I'm going to show y'all this process because it shows how I slick the front of my hair. So I separate out of my baby hairs and made sure that those were out of the way before I slicked down every other single strand of hair. So I used the Edge Booster first. I brushed it down with a dense hard brush, and then I went in with the Gorilla Snot, and then I finished off with the BELLATIQUE because it's so thick that you want to just have it on top of all the product you use so that it just weighs it down and holds it in place. And so I do put a placeholder ponytail on there. You want to get a nice size ponytail holder that is stretchy but not too stretchy, but stretchy enough because you want to wrap around a few times, but you want it to be a nice size. So I go in on the edge and just go ahead and slick it down with the edge brush, with the big brush, and just get it nice and sleek. Alright, so once we slick down the front, we're going to hold that in place and just start on the back. So you want to comb all of the back up, basically repeat the process that you did in the front, slick down the back. I have a lot of like baby hairs or whatever is around the edge of the back of my hair, so I put a little extra product on that area. But as you slick up, you want to kind of like hold your head up so that it slicks up in the contracted. I can't even explain it, but if you don't want to put your head all the way down because it's going to wrinkle in the back, so you kind of want to also brush it with your head up because that's how you hold your head. You don't want that wrinkle in the back. But anyway, that was a tangent. So I'm just going to slick down, basically do the process, edge booster, hard brush, slick it down, hold it in place. And then you're going to get the Gorilla Snot, slick it down some more, and then follow up with the BELLATIQUE to hold everything in place. And I put the ponytail, of course, in near the position I wanted. And I actually did keep at least one of those ponytails in still. So you see, I kind of like, recomb the back. But then that's when I realized I forgot the bang. Yeah, we move on though, because I bounced back immediately. I just took it out and I parted it out. I did have a lot of product to have to comb through, but it's definitely worked out still in the end. I didn't have to wash anything out. We're just going to keep it moving. The fresh, clean hair helps. If I didn't do this on clean hair, it probably would have been, my hair would have been over me. But since this is clean hair with barely any product on it except for the product I just put on, it was able to manage. So I just separated out the bang. I just did like a little half circle in the front. And you want to know which way you want the hair to lay, which sides, so that you part it that way. And so I used the BELLATIQUE to re-slick down the edges, because that stuff is so strong. I don't know who made it. BELLATIQUE, you did your thing, girl. I just randomly picked it up in the beauty supply store, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the big one next time I go back when I run out. So you got a loyal fan out of me. So then I'm gonna just keep those ponytails in and continue to brush up. So this is when I try to brush my head up so I don't get that wrinkle in the back. And yeah, you definitely want to make sure every single hair is in place before you put the ponytail on for the final time. So it's a lot of like just slicking. And even after that, I went in with some of the EBIN spray. But I had to do that in front of a blow dryer, and I just did that in the bathroom. So it's not really on camera, but I used a bit of the spray in a blow dryer to slick down the front sides because those tend to get frizzy easily, and that's even more visible. So this is the final ponytail. I kept the other two ponytails that kept the half sections in, and I just put a ponytail on top of those. One of them actually slid out, but one of them was still in my head, and I didn't care because it just kept it in place while I put the ponytail on. And so I'm just going to get the front bang out of the way, braid up that ponytail, and start with the bun. All right, so this is the braiding hair that I used. I used one section of this pre-cut braiding hair, and I attached a rubber band to the middle, and then I just put it on snugly on the ponytail. And you want to make sure that you separate out a piece of hair to wrap it at the end so that it's secure in place. Otherwise, that bun is gonna fly off. So when you take the rest of the hair, you definitely want to wrap that braiding hair around your natural hair so that none of your natural hair sticks up. I done picked up the braiding hair by accident. So yeah, you definitely want to wrap it around so that, see, that piece had to stick, that piece was sticking out. So I had to redo it and make sure that the braiding hair wrapped all the way around from the base, like completely surrounded my hair before I started twisting, because your hair will stick out. And I would advise to use a little bit of Got2b, or some gel or some pomade to kind of keep the twist in place, because you may have little pieces of hair that stick out from that. But you're just going to twist and wrap, twist and wrap. You want to make sure you twist a lot before you wrap, and you want to keep it nice and snug. You want to keep twisting under the bun so that it rises on its own. You want to twist under it and under and under it. And then I put a bobby pin there just to secure that in place, and I had to take the scarf off to get a better grip on this extra piece of hair that I had to wrap around the base of the bun. I didn't use any spray for this. I wanted it to be easy to remove, and I actually was able to remove this braiding hair from my ponytail very easily, and I'm going to use it again for the same purpose. So I just wrapped it around really tightly, and it held very well in place. And so the last part, certainly not the least, is the bang. So with the piece that you separated, you want to get a nice flat iron. Make sure it's nice and flat again, because it has to lay flat for it to give that look. We're not doing those 70s, 80s little style with the bump. It's going to be flat and curled, just a nice little swoop. Okay, so I'm flattening it, and then I just used some leftover tracks that I had, and you want to make sure that they are the width that you need for that parting section that you use. And so I did about 3 tracks in there, and we're going to glue it in. I didn't do any clip-ins. I just used track glue. I never used track glue in my hair before, willingly or or intentionally or anything like that. But I did it, and it wasn't too bad. I have I have some remover, and it removed it pretty well from my scalp and from my hair. So I was only going to keep this styling for like 2 days or so. So I just glued it in because I wanted a nice, simple application and a flat look. So I went in the bathroom to blow dry it dry on cool, and then I came back and did this on camera. But I kept going to the bathroom to blow dry it dry. So I parted it at an angle, and then you want to make sure that the tracks are in between the front and the back of the parting section so that no track shows. You feel me? Want to make sure you have a nice piece of hair in front of the track so that when you swoop it, no track shows in between the bang. Hope that helps. So I actually used an eyelash glue version of hair glue, which I use regular hair glue on my lashes, so I just bought this lash version, but it dries slower than actual hair glue. So I had to go to the bathroom and dry it, but all in all, it worked out. And actually, when it dried, it was pretty secure in there. So I was very impressed with that. If you don't sweat or like get wet, get it wet, it will stay sturdy in there. And so basically, I just took some shears and I tried to shear the extra hair off so it was nice and full a little bit after where my hair ended. Okay, and the last and total not least is to slick down the sides. So, and then to curl it, of course. You want to curl it to the back. I curled this piece to the front, but I changed it back to curl it to the back because that was just not the look I was going for. So I slicked it back, and then I turned it all into one big curl. And then I used some of the Sebastian spray to hold the curl, and I also used the Sebastian spray on the top and also flat ironed it flat on the top. Gave it some heat to press it down to keep the side bang nice and flat. So this is me fixing the curl. But yeah. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you got a beginner's perspective on how to do this hairstyle. This was a first for me, but it's certainly not a last. I really love this style. It really complemented my outfit, and it was exactly what I was going for. So I was very pleased with this, and I hope you guys learned something from this video. Hope you'll tune in again to my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.